Bank runs have officially started in the United States of America. Of course, I warned that October 1st, 2022 would start cascading events in the US and global financial system. Since that time, we had a major financial institution collapse in FTX and now Blackstone. It appears that not only have they limited withdrawals, according to CNBC and the Associated Press, but they could be on the verge of systemic collapse. Again, we saw this in 2008 and 09. Blackstone chief defends real estate fund amid rush for withdrawals. So they have limited customer withdrawals. They said that this would happen. Again, we're going to have bank runs. We're going to have capital controls. We're going to have restrictions on withdrawals. So this is just the beginning. And this is barely being reported in the mainstream media. Barely anyone is talking about it as we enter 2023. I believe, in my opinion, that this will cascade into mutual funds and the traditional banking system very, very soon. Here are the key points. Blackstone, and please like and share this, break the algorithms, and get this out to your friends and family so they can get out before the herd rushes to the exits. Blackstone has taken heat over the past week for limiting withdrawals from its $69 billion private REIT. So I want you to think about this for a minute. Blackstone, which holds tons and tons of customer funds and debt, is now prohibiting the willful withdrawal of customer funds and monies in their accounts. How is this any different from SBF and FTX? What's the difference here? Because it's Blackstone, it's okay, no one's talking about it. President and Chief Operating Officer John Gray defended the positioning and structure, noting that investors knew BREIT had limits on redemptions. So they have placed limits on withdrawals, limits on redemptions. They have zero liquidity because, again, the investments that are invested in cannot be sold, and they're carrying mountains of debt.
Your company CEO Steve Schwartzman at a conference said that he finds the concerns over BREIT a bit, quote, baffling. I'm curious, do you share that bafflement? And if so, what is it that people who are concerned about don't fully understand?
Well, David, thanks for having me. And definitely I share Steve's bafflement.
I don't have a balance sheet in front of me, but the whole system is built on a Ponzi scheme. The whole U.S. financial fractional reserve banking system is built on debt and fractional reserve monies that are lent out 10 to 1, sometimes 100 to 1, and in the case of the derivative market, thousands to 1. Based on nothing, just a figment of the imagination, what they call the full faith and credit of the U.S. Treasury, which a lot of Americans have zero faith in, including people like me now, which is why we keep buying gold, silver, Bitcoin, crypto, and real estate that is not indebted as an indentured servitude to the too big to fail big banks. That's why Island Project has no debt. I knew this was going to happen. I mean, your time, honestly, to act, ladies and gentlemen, is a very narrow window now. This is your moment to build and participate in alternative systems and get out of the banks before the banking collapse and before the credit collapse and the capital controls, and build the new ideas and systems for freedom. It's going to get much, much worse. So this is just the latest example. Blackstone Real Estate Income Trust, otherwise known as a BREIT, a BREIT. Please share this with anyone that you know that's actually in this Wall Street fund that's collapsing right now. That move followed redemption requests that exceeded previous set limits. The company's stock has fallen 8% over the past 5 days amid controversy that included a Barclays downgrade of the alternative firm. So as we've seen Wall Street completely breaking down, struggling for any kind of gain in recent days. This whole week it's been trading down. As we see the markets enter the new year through the holidays, all of this kicks up. Again, this is a major headline story that people just appear to be overlooking here. Also, we see here 401k hardships are rising, withdrawals hitting a record high. Vanguard says another sign that households are feeling the pinch and the pain of inflation that the U.S. central bank caused with the lockdowns, and of course President Biden caused with the sanctions. The lockdowns of the last 3 years and the sanctions and the PPP loans and bailouts have caused this. It's causing a run on the banks, and it's causing hardship withdrawals for Americans whose real wages have not kept pace with the engineered wealth transfer. Again, I told you that this was going to happen, told you it was going to get much worse, told you that there was going to be major financial institutions that would fail, and this is happening now. Blackstone, again, is failing, according to Reuters. credit fund reaches withdrawal limit. That is a liquidity event. That is a liquidity crisis. About 0.5% of workers participating in a 401k plan took to a, quote, hardship distribution in October, according to Vanguard Group, which tracks over 5 million savers. So people are now being forced to liquidate their investments just to support their families, for basic living, for to basically subsidize their real wages that aren't increasing or keeping pace with inflation. Egg prices, I reported, up 43% year over year. Energy has skyrocketed, natural gas, oil. Worst case scenarios, the war in Ukraine on the verge of escalation. In fact, we have every indication to believe that Vladimir Putin will step up holiday strikes on Ukraine, which is why I think they put Vladimir Zelensky on the cover of Time magazine to make him appear as a victim. Of course, the United States is pumping billions and billions and billions of dollars of taxpayer funds with no vote to a non-NATO country right now, which is also stoking the fire of inflation. It's causing this absolute problem that we currently have. So get out of the banks now, buy gold. Click the link below, go to amtvgold.com right now like your life depends on it. Get your Archangel Michael silver bars. Get out of the banks. Get our new Lady Gibraltar, okay? Sold several of these yesterday. They're absolutely beautiful. You want to buy this stuff. Get this stuff now. The Canadian Silver Maple Leafs. Buy these. We were out of stock for a very long time. Add 3 to your cart. Buy our silver stackers. Get our American Patriot medals while we still have them available. Okay, these are absolutely the best store of wealth, in my humble opinion, in these trying times. Add 3 of those to your cart. Get what you need now. Realize you've got to get out of the banks. You need a serious store of value. You need to be forming alternatives. You need to invest in Island Project. You need to be buying real estate. You need to be buying Bitcoin. I opened up 3 new trades yesterday, by the way. I bought Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and I also bought and with a lot of size, added to my position of ICP. ICP Internet Computer, if you don't know, is the first decentralized internet that's ever been built. It's going to be a multi-trillion-dollar asset. In my opinion, it's going to 1,000x in the future. And it had been heavily suppressed by SBF, actually, in the early days of its launch. I'm expecting it to pump. And I'm expecting non-sovereign assets, more importantly, like gold and silver, to skyrocket. They've been heavily manipulated in recent years, which is why you want to buy now. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, please like and share this. I'm Christopher Greene. God bless you. Jesus Christ is King. You are the Liberty Warriors for truth and freedom. Please share this video virally. Get it out to your friends and family before it's too late.